Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time stopping by. My name is Epiphany Taylor. So today I'm going to be reviewing Natasha Denona's Glam palette. This is my first Natasha Denona eye product. I've used her bronzer, I've used her lip products, and I have also used her blush palette before. I was going back and forth on whether or not I would get her bronze palette, and looking at that palette, it's like, hands down, yes, get that palette. It's gonna look amazing on you. But because it was a palette with colors that I gravitate towards and I already have those shades at home, I went back and forth on whether or not I should get it. And then she came out with the Glam palette. Looking at this, it's of course like, yeah, you should still get the bronze palette because these shades are a very cool tone. They're not really complimentary for someone of my complexion, my skin tone. But majority of the shades in this palette are all shimmers or foils. So you can work with those a little more. She has 5 matte shades. And of course these 2 here are like shades that I like. What would I do with those? There's not really much I can do with those. And then you have the 3 down here. These 2 here actually look like they would work out, but once they're on my skin, they still have this like ashy payoff to them. And this one here has been my best friend or my go-to for a base. And then I've been playing a little bit here and there with the shimmers. So that being said, I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna show you guys how I created this look from this Glam palette. Before we get into that though, please do remember to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and hit that notification bell. That way you can join my ET team and you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. So let's just get right into it. I actually thought today was Thursday. I'm filming this on a Friday and I thought it was Thursday, and one of my friends she wants to go out tonight, and we've been talking about it. She was like, you know, let's go out Friday night, yada yada. My days are all blurred together and I'm up here thinking that it's Thursday. So she messages me that she's ready and she's on her way. Am I? And I'm like eating dinner, watching Pinocchio, ready to go to bed. I'm like, wait, hold up. It's Friday? What? Okay. What's interesting about this palette is she named the colors the places where you should place them on your eyes. So like this one here is called center eyelid, this one's called outer eyelid, so on and so forth. She's got this shade that's called blend, smoke. I'm not exactly going to follow that, considering the fact that like this shade here is called crease, and I don't, you know, that in my crease might not be the best of ideas. Inner corner I love, and center eyelid I like. I'm just going to apply my jumbo eye pencil as a base. I'm still not really sure which of those matte shades I'm gonna choose, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this white as a base so that I'll be good. I think I'm gonna go into the shade Smoke. Yeah, when it comes to the mattes, these 3 are the only 3 that I feel I can comfortably work with. And these 2 up here, I'm like, apply that at the very outer top part of my lids. See, it looks nothing like the shade in the palette, which is really odd. Yeah, on my skin tone, it's not the brown that it is when it's in the palette. Now I'm going to go into the darker shade here. It is called Lash Line. And I'm going to drop it down a little closer. So I'll put this more so in my crease. And then I'm going to blend it out. So I just like place it first and then work it into my skin, blending it out so there are no harsh, crazy looking lines. I'm not looking all cuckoo. So I'm gonna go into the lighter brown here called Blend. I'm gonna apply that around my halo here. I just want to see how that looks. Oh, look at that. It just looks very ashy. I'm gonna drag this darker shade on up. And I'm just going to apply a little more of my NYX eyeshadow base so that way I can get ready to go into these shimmers and that'll have it adhere to my lid. I'm going into the shade Inner Corner. I've never done those half and half eyes, so I think I'll try that. I don't even know what they're called, y'all. So I have a sample of Wonder Beauty's Precise Brow Gel. This one is clear. I actually like this stuff. I used it a couple of times here and there, and it freezes your brows in place. Although it hardens really well, I still run into the issue of having to go back and forth to brush my brows up because it is a wet product. So once I get through that whole ordeal, they're frozen and they're solid and perfect. So I got my foundation on. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my eye look. I'm gonna do my under eye area. I'm gonna try the shade Smoke again, which is the darker brown, and I'm gonna apply that underneath. I don't know, I'm just looking at you. Since I already did it on this side, I'm gonna still do it on this side. So I'm just gonna go into the deep shade lash line. And ever since I started doing my waterline, I just can't stop. So I'm gonna line my waterline again with my NYX eye pencil. Forewarning people, don't open that can of worms. I've been working this one eyeliner. Well, it's actually a lip liner, and I've been working this ever since I started doing my waterline. All right, now just make sure to wing that out. So I did say I wanted to use this shade here, Center Eyelid. I did not use it, so I'm just gonna see how that looks in my corner here. Yeah, I think I like it. So yeah, I did create a really nice eye look with this. I'm just feeling that the only base color that I can go with is this shade here, Lash Line. The rest of them might not work out too well. I'll keep trying to mess around with it a little here and there. And for my blush, I'm gonna go into my customized La Femme palette. I'm having a hard time figuring out what type of blush to wear with this type of cool toned eyeshadow look. I was thinking of using this shade here, Plum Brown. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that one. Yeah, I'm having a hard time. Let me try a little bit of Russet and see what that does. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go with the shade here, Russet. This is the only one that is named Brow Bone. I'll put a little bit. I'll see how it looks. Okay, yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm gonna set my face with Patrick Ta's Dewy Milk Mist. This is in, well, it's not in a shade, but it's called She's Thirsty. A go ride on my side, go ride. And what am I gonna do for the lip? Ooh. Okay, I don't know what happened here. So tonight I tried Pat McGrath's setting powder. And clearly it works so well that it rejects setting spray. That setting powder is amazing. Like, everything I did, it all ran away from the powder. I'm gonna use some of this Sephora lipstick. This is like a really deep chocolate. Just to speed up the process of lining my lips. So this is from her bronze collection. It's one of her 3 Lip Euphoria glosses, and this is in the shade Chestnut. All right, so I'm loving this look. I think it turned out pretty nice. But unfortunately, I will not be using this palette again. Although I created this amazing and beautiful look, the palette is just not a good fit for me personally. And I'm just going to show you guys the swatches on my arm here. As you can see, the shimmers are silvery and the mattes are very cool. So not really something that I know I use again. But the lip gloss though, that is beautiful. It reminds me of Becca's Chocolate Geode lip gloss. I definitely could see myself restocking up on that one. But anywho, thank you guys so much for stopping by. And please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out.